I went and was there at that very moment when Van Nguyen was hung, and that is murder. It is murder anywhere, and I now work with people who are in recovery from drugs and alcohol. And if you asked any one of those people if death was an option, the outcome for young people making stupid mistakes, they would all say that was it did not fit, it wasn't a punishment that fits the crime. We all know that the people that are really the drug pushers are the pharmaceutical companies, the doctors, the governments that are actually behind the scenes knowing what's going on. Alcohol is a legal drug. More people die from alcohol than heroin any day. More people die from cigarette smoking. They are legal and they are taxed and they are giving the governments lots of money. The fact that two young men decided to go and do something stupid, because let's face it, what future is there now for young people in this country or any country? There is no future other than doing things and resorting to desperate measures, and that's what going and doing drug smuggling is. If I had have been convicted or found for any of the things I did in my youth, my stupid youth, then I wouldn't be standing here today. I could have been dead from a drug overdose as well. I'm very proud of who I am and the fact that I've gone on to have a life, and I now work with people in recovery. And all of those people, all of them have got lives. These are human beings. This is not something that is, you know, that can be just trifled away and said, oh no, they're non-deserving of a life. We need to do all we can, and we need these two young men, Andrew and Myu, to know that we actually care about them, and that never ever should they be facing those torturous moments that they are now facing in a bloody prison in a country that does nothing for its people, no sewerage, no fresh water, and yet they're going and punishing people who are, you know, from a country, our own government, who handed them over into the hands of death in Indonesia. They were handed on a platter, and yet half of the money that bloody Indonesia makes is from the tourism from stupid Australians that go and bloody drink and smoke and take drugs when they're there anyway. And yet here is this government saying that these two men must die because of their foolish behaviour at this age. They should have never been allowed to leave Australia, and they should have been protected by the Australian government and the Australian Federal Police. Anyone I work with has got a future. I don't care if you're on drugs, I don't care if you're on alcohol, I don't care if you're on cigarettes. We need to really send a clear message that this is not a crime. This is something that people do in life, and this is out of desperation. We don't know what young people have gone through in their life that lead them to having to use drugs. Drugs are a painkiller. All they do is suppress the emotions and your feelings, and they are very much needed. And we need to support people to get to the other side, not to stay bogged down in that behaviour. Now, I just want to say that I just hope and I pray, and I am every day, that these two men are saved, and I send them my love, and I want them to know that I am there with them in these absolutely terrifying moments.